Hello and welcome to Unpopular Opinion, the show I use to vent out my anger so that I don't attack my loved ones, friends, and most likely my coworkers. Today we're going to talk about Venom. But first, I've been noticing a lot of comments saying that I have only negative opinions, and then I saw this Kirby meme, which gave me an existential crisis. So, today I'll be defending something that is known as shit. And that's Venom! Blueberry Probert, are you suggesting that Venom was a good film? No, I don't think so. I actually had a really good time. But if you want to find a video of someone talking major shit about the movie, you could literally just click any video that you find. There's literally hundreds and thousands of videos of just major shit talking. But let me tell you why I think it's okay. So before I get started, I do want to have one small tangent. I don't understand how the symbiotes came to be logistically. So let's say Carlton Drake sees the symbiotes in a satellite and goes, oh, I'm going to spend millions of dollars to go catch those things because I somehow know what they do and I know that they can help us breathe in space. So I think. So he spends billions of dollars on this project, or millions of dollars. I don't know money. I don't have a lot of it. Basically, he goes up there, then somehow lands on the comet, because I guess they were on a comet in space, so he gets the ship to kind of like dock on a comet, then gets the astronauts to catch the symbiotes, put them in O2 or O3 or tanks that they can breathe their own form of oxygen in, then brings them back on the ship, and then comes back to Earth. Logistically, I don't understand how any of that came to be, how they would actually achieve it, or how they even tried to do it. That's just me, though. I'm fucking confused. Please, someone in the comments clarify. But aside from that, Venom's actually a pretty loyal adaptation from the character in the comics. And also, I think if this film was made maybe 10, 15 years earlier, it'd be really popular. This film in particular is, in a weird way, very dated. Besides its music soundtrack, it also has a lot of components that would work for earlier 2000 films, but in today's modern standard of superhero films, kind of falls subpar. Upon watching the trailers and the film itself, I was thinking, man, this is a shitty movie. The comics did this way better. But then I do this thing where I read the comics again after I watch the movie, and I realized, man, Venom has some shitty comics. I think as a character, Venom is very interesting and unique. However, all the storylines he's involved in aren't very interesting. When people refer to Venom's storylines, they often refer to Lethal Protector, which is what the movie is mostly based on. Lethal Protector takes some place after Spider-Man and Venom have a really big fight. Basically, Venom moves to San Francisco and becomes a homeless vigilante that kills people. Essentially, after a short amount of time, he stumbles upon a homeless society of people, have a secret civilization that is totally supported by gold and a hobo government. Then, this evil corporation hears about the gold and sends giant robots with drills to try to recover the gold and destroy the city that is underground, run by homeless people. That is the main storyline, and by the end of the 5-comic run issue, Venom becomes accepted into the homeless society as one of their own, after long being rejected for being a supervillain that kills and eats people. The other part of the story is that a lot of seeds from Venom are taken out, and they create 5 other symbiotes that we see briefly in the movie before they all die off screen. Really unfortunate that happened. I would really like to see that part of the comic actually come to life. But other than that, I mean, I really wasn't disappointed. Another thing a lot of people, including myself, found odd was the dialogue. Stuff like a turd in the wind. But honestly, that's actually pretty in line with stuff he says in the comics, not gonna lie. I also think they did a pretty good job by the end of the film, understanding the relationship between the symbiote and Eddie Brock. I think that was a really hard thing to accomplish, and it took an entire film to get to the point where I wanted them, but they actually got there. We are Venom. The movie is surprisingly accurate, and I think the creators definitely did their homework to a certain extent. There are definitely still some weaknesses throughout the film, but I don't believe it's a 30%. There was good humor, good timing, the action wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. The worst parts of the film were the predictable ending and the worst post-credits scene ever. For a Venom movie that doesn't include Spider-Man, gotta say, it did a pretty good job. I think that, honestly, that hindered the character a lot. I think a lot of that character is built off his dichotomy with Spider-Man. this character was established as an antagonist, and a lot of these motivations still drive him today in comics. And I think that we kind of missed out on that. But other than that, I think the film did as good as it could. Let me know what you guys think. This is it for the video. I have some other videos here. I also have a podcast. You can check that out. Or do whatever you want because, yeah, that's, that's your prerogative, man. You have free will.